Hi there. Welcome to Passports and Promises. I'm Shalene. From stunning beachfront I-dos to secret travel gems, we're all about real stories from couples who took the leap and celebrated in paradise. Get ready for raw wedding tales, unforgettable laughs, expert travel tips, and those latitude lessons that only true travelers understand. I don't even know what day it is. Is today Thursday?
Today is Thursday.
Woohoo! Leah and I have had an adventure getting this recording done. So if I laugh through the whole thing, it's because I'm hysterical. So or you're funny. It could be both.
It's been a 48-hour experience.
It has been. Is it 48? Was it Tuesday we started or was it Monday?
Oh, maybe 72-hour experience.
Wow. Anyway, this is going to be the best episode ever. Introduce yourself, my friend.
I am Lia Vincent. I am in Oklahoma, and I bet your listeners don't even know where that is, but we're right above Texas, 3 hours from Dallas, Texas. And I own a travel agency, and we are all based in the United States. So this is U.S. and Canada all in one.
We do love each other, see? How do you do that? My daughter does this. I can't do it. These little heart things. Well, okay. So Leah and I are fast friends. We met, what, a year ago? Has it been a year?
It'll be 2 years this September.
2 years already? We are both on the Hyatt Inclusive Collection Travel Advisory Board. We're very, very smart. So we thought we'd talk to you today about some things to avoid or some funny stories that have happened with clients that, you know, will just kind of break some of the tension while you're deciding whether this is something you'd like to do. And also just, you know, I just wanted a giggle break because it's getting serious over here. So Leah is in the States, and some people listening are in the States because, you know, we got a lot of mixed bag. And Leah, you know this. Sometimes you send me people who have a mixed group and they're Canadian and U.S. And then sometimes I get international. Like we get all kinds of groups now. The world is very different than it was when we were booking these like 5 years ago. Or not even. Let's say 5 years plus.
Everything
let's talk about that.
Pre-COVID. Yeah, we're not going to say that.
Yes. So 6 years ago, things were different. Our groups were very solid, like all Canadian, all U.S., whatever. Anyway, Leah, let's kick off with one of your favorite stories.
Well, this is an oldie but a goodie. And so we had this client, and it was his wife's birthday.
Okay.
And we, you know, getting them all set up. In Oklahoma, we have a big range of clients. This is somebody came into the office.
Okay.
Big range of clients, you know, city people, country people. This particular one, definitely very country. Overalls, the whole, like, I'm going to paint the picture, you know, where the overalls can't even button on the side because of the belly.
Oh,
overalls. Oklahoma. Just Western Oklahoma. Healthy.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're like, okay, you're all set up. And if there's anything you need, we have people down in Mexico that can get you anything. Like whatever you need. You know, didn't really say it exactly like that, but, you know, anything you need. Like, we got people. Just let us know. And he's like, okay. And then he comes back in the next day. And then he's like, you know, it's my wife's birthday. We're like, yeah. Like, in my head, he's going to say, I want a carrot cake.
Flowers.
Flowers.
Balloons.
You know, something like that. And we're like, yeah. Whatever you need, like, let us know. And he's like, okay. So, a couple of years ago, my wife had this favorite umbrella, and she lost it. Do you think your people down there could get her that same Ralph Lauren umbrella?
Not a Jose Cuervo umbrella? Like, why?
I was like bracing myself that he was going to be like, he wanted cocaine or something. We're like, no, we meant like a birthday cake. We meant you wanted to go on a private snorkel trip. I have no idea where the umbrella is, but it's not in Playa del Carmen.
I'm confused. So he went to
thought we
Mexico
could get it,
and they
like,
lost
on the
this
black
umbrella
market.
once upon a time.
Yeah.
And now you're supposed to find
Yeah.
like Inspector Gadget, and he's going to take the keys, find this random umbrella. Wow.
Yeah, we're supposed to find it. It was probably like she lost it, and it was in like it went like through like cyberspace to Playa del Carmen, and they could find this Ralph Lauren umbrella.
I kind of would rather he asked you for like a stripper for her birthday.
Yeah,
that
I
would
could
be
have made that
doable.
happen.
I can do
I
that.
could make that happen.
I can get you anything.
Yeah, I can get you anything. Anything you
Except
want.
the umbrella.
Let us know. Yeah.
I have had, I think I've told this story so many times, but it's so funny. At a wedding at Sandals Grand St. Lucian, and the whole group was from New York, and they were first responders. So she was a nurse and he was a policeman. And this was right in COVID, like when people were still going places. So I thought they were an amazing client to have because I could pay, my rent. So anything they asked me for, I was like double time because I had all this energy and time. So the mom used to call me all the time. It would be about anything. Do I know what the sheets are like? Do I know if there's pillowcases? Do I need to bring my own towels? Like everything. The last request though was, okay, so I booked this room. I'm like, yep. She's like, and my daughter-in-law and my son are going to be in this room. Yes. So can you book me a connecting room? I was like, connecting to who?
The bride and groom.
Well, I want to be connected to my son. I'm like, okay, number one, no connecting rooms at Sandals. Number two, why? It's like, I don't want to have to walk back and forth to find them and to help him. And I'm like, but he's going to have a wedding night, like a night, like with his wife.
The cord.
Please. I had to call them and they didn't answer because, again, they were working like crazy shifts. But I finally left the text like, please confirm that I should book her nowhere near you. And I'm only asking and not judging. Just in case this is a request you'd like me to fulfill.
No judgment. No judgment.
Your family is your family. That was the best one. I was like, I cannot believe that. Now, I had a destination wedding, and I remember we had a friend that wanted to be next door to us. And I remember telling my travel agent, no. Like, no. Yeah. I don't know why they are trying to maneuver to be next door to us.
Yeah.
For our honeymoon.
It's so weird.
This is back when people couldn't record things, but still.
Yeah.
Don't want you anywhere near me. I think like there's this weird idea that people think that they're going away with everyone and they have to be like attached to each other. Like everybody has to be in the same building, the same floor. And I'm like, the resorts aren't that big. You will find everybody. And when you don't want to see them, it's probably better that you're not all.
Unless you're at like the Palace Resorts or something like that.
Or the new one. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That new one's going to be wild.
It's going to be so wild. So sometimes they want to be all together and sometimes they don't. So for example, I had a destination wedding one time and the parents of, I can't remember if it's the bride or the groom, one of the sets of parents were divorced and the mom was so pissed still at her ex-husband that she didn't like that he was coming with his new wife.
That's like the same story every time, isn't it?
No, it gets worse. So she starts doing that. She starts telling everybody that he's going to dress like a woman at the resort. People started dropping out of the wedding. Like they were like, I have to cancel. I'm not going. Because they were like, this is going to be drama.
Was it even true? Like, why was she saying it? Why would that be the lie you made up?
The guy was like, good old boy. Like, if he is, then it's like extreme, like, opposites. But he was just like, he was life of the party. Like, he was very much like, you could tell he's like, all they need is a curse light and we're going to have a great time. And I was like, this is the one that's going to dress like a woman at the resort? I can't picture it, but.
What? So people actually canceled? Like they were like, I don't want any part of it.
She probably got 4 or 5 couples to cancel off the group.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't had one that bad. I have the, I can't stand my husband and his new wife. She's too clingy. Please make sure I'm not near them. And I'm like, well, they booked before you. So now you just can't book that room category type because I can't guarantee you won't be on their floor next door. So now you've got to upgrade. And that's always how I leave it. You're the last person to book. Too bad for you. You need a swim out room. You need an ocean front. But that's the only way I can guarantee, right? I can't guarantee. We can't guarantee anything. So
you're right.
The only way I logically tell them, if you really do not want to be roomed near them, that's all I can do. But, it always happens at like the smallest resort. I'm like, you're still them. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, drink a lot, stay at the bar. I don't know. But I think we get one of those every year. There's always I hate this person.
Yeah.
I can't be near them. Oh,
you're like, this is why they're planning a destination wedding because they don't want to
do all made them move all the tables and the seats and I can't.
That all right, family picture is going to look so nice.
What looks nice?
The family picture where she's like this.
This one?
No, I'm talking about the family picture at that wedding.
Yeah, or the one where the person's wearing sunglasses so they can't. Not gonna lie, I have that in one of mine.
Yeah. And you always have like that extra wife, like the way that you like tell the photographer to strategically put it, like have her stand on the end just in case you need to cut her off.
Yeah. Then we can just crop.
Yeah.
Such a lovely photo.
What's that hand?
Nothing. Oh, speaking of cropping, here's a funny one. So I had this couple. I absolutely love them. They just left in May. They were so low key, like little things that come up didn't stress them out. Maybe she'd be a little stressed, but just because, she's just worried about how things were going to go. But he was always just like, just let me know how it'll work. Well, 3 days before they go, I find out that he's broke his foot. Like it's broken. It's not a sprain or his foot is broken. And I'm trying to get them on an episode because they're so funny. I'm freaking out. Like, your foot is broken. What are we going to do? I've already moved your seat to make sure you had like extra legroom because he's tall. But I'm like, how am I going to accommodate this foot? And now she's freaking out because they have photos. And he's like, I'm just going to make sure like I stand behind a bush and take off my boot. And I'm like, what about like your whole week? Like they booked Preferred Club. They wanted to be in the pool and swim out and the whole thing. And I'm like, now what? And he's like, it'll be fine. I'm like, you two are giving me a heart attack.
Yeah.
They're just like, we're just going to make sure there's something really cute in front of us. And they did. Their photographer was amazing. And I looked at some of the pictures and I'm zooming in and I'm like, oh, look, there's like a flower.
They're just going to do like the headshots.
They couldn't because he's so tall and she's so small. There was no way to do that. It was so funny. It was so cute. Like nothing fazed him. I all week was waiting to hear like he took off the boot and now he can't fly home. His foot swelled up like 2 times. Like they were just absolutely chill. They even had the dance floor in the party and I saw him dancing out. I was like, I need to check on Mark and see how his foot is. Because did it ever heal?
Yeah. Well, he might have just taken some tequila and Vicodin or something.
Or Mama Juana, because they did go to the DR.
Yeah, I'm Dominican.
Good old Mama Juana.
Oh my gosh, I had a really good one from a couple days ago.
Oh, fun. Fresh story.
So, older couple, this is not a wedding, this is just a vacation. So, older couples comes in, sits at the desk, and the husband can't hear. So, the wife would tell him whatever the travel agent was saying. This is the girl that's in front of me. It's so entertaining to watch.
Just from the back?
Well, it's to the side. Like I can see all the things. Anyways.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So he would be like, what'd she say? What'd she say? What'd she say? Like every single thing. And she was getting so irritated. And then once they got to like the agent was talking about the scooter rental. And then it was kind of dependent on the agent was explaining well, it just depends on weight and all of that, like what size scooter we need to rent. And he's like, what'd she say? And she's like this. She said if you lose 20 pounds, it'll save us some money.
Those are the people you see on vacation. They're walking like 20 feet apart. They don't look up at each other when they're eating. There's like a different sides of the resort the whole week. They don't even like each other. Why are they going on a trip?
Yeah.
20 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so amazing.
People are angry before they leave. I've noticed that lately. And it's not the weddings. Like you said, it's like the regular vacation. It's almost like it's mandatory that it has to happen, but no one wants to go.
Yeah. I don't want to hang out with these people at home, let alone in another country.
Now I got to be in a room with you that's smaller than my house, 300 square feet. And you snore. I had this client a few years ago at a wedding group, and she booked when you could pick your beds, right? That's changed up and down. I need double beds. And she filled out the form that way. And I'm like, isn't this her husband? Let me double check. Because sometimes people just don't pay attention. And she's like, no, I'm calling you. I'm like, okay. I absolutely cannot have a king bed. We don't have a king bed at home. He snores. He kicks me. She's like, his feet are cold and he smells. And I'm like, is this your husband? And she said, yes. We've been married 30 years. But after that call, I just never assumed that it's just incorrect on the form. I literally call like, are you sure you want a king or a double? And I've had quite a few who are like, do not give me any parts of sleeping beside this other human, because
you're like, oh, I'm going to call. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah. Like, oh, separate rooms. Hi. Please tell me the story.
Tell me all the things.
There's another group I had. It was a birthday group, and I couldn't pick the beds. Everything was subject to, check in. And I told them that forever, but of course no one reads that. So while I'm literally setting up for a bridal show and the group is there, I'm getting blown up on my phone. And finally I was able to pick it up, and it's one of the guests who is appalled that she has a king bed because she can't sleep in that with her nephew. And I said, pardon me? She said, I'm not sleeping in a king bed with my nephew. I said, I'm sorry, we're not trying to be rude, but it's going to come across as rude. Why did you book a room with your nephew?
Yeah.
Now I get it. Sometimes you just need a roommate. But when I've told you 5 times at least that the rooms could be kings, that's the last person you should book with. And so now that's like almost a part of our process where I'm like, who are you rooming with? And are you going to be okay if you get a king bed? Because apparently she spent like the full day of their 4-day trip in the lobby fighting to get this double bed. And it was full. It was like a January.
Let's make a pillow lying down the middle.
It's a king bed. It's huge.
Ooh, I got a good one. Okay, so Destination Wedding at Sandals.
Mm-hmm.
The maid of honor and the best man, they didn't have a +1.
Okay.
At Sandals, they will approve it sometimes if you pay for the whole room.
Right.
That's a lot of money. They were like, both of us, we don't want to pay that much. We're like, well, the only people is this girl and this guy. She's like, I've never met him before. And I was like, well, do you guys want to be roommates and share a bed? They said sure.
I have seen that.
You have?
I have. They're like, I usually go to the couple because I don't know everybody. And I'm like, here's where we are. You got all these triples and you got all these singles, and all these people are freaking out. People broke up with somebody. I don't know. There's always a thing. I'm like, I'm going to leave it to you. And the last one we had, that happened. Like 2 people who'd never met, but they were both in the wedding party. And I was like, this could be a love connection in there. Both.
That's what I wanted it to be, but it never happened.
It never does.
A different story.
So wouldn't it be a great story if it ever did?
It would be like on like it's almost like Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
But Roommate at First Sight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then all of a sudden,
your cards.
Like on Married at First Sight or whatever, and then you're like only there to watch the wedding night episode.
That's it. It would be awesome if it was one of those resorts where like the shower's all glass.
Yeah. Sorry.
How will they handle this new twist?
Like at Secrets Playa Blanca, and it's a king bed, and it's like that. It's everything's completely open.
Yep, the whole room's open. That's great. I love that now they have the little sliding doors and stuff, but I'm like, no, that's not fun.
Yeah, but those don't even they don't even block anything. They're just like little slats.
Yep. Actually, you know
like,
what?
where did
I just went to one at Tides, Secrets Tides, and there's actually clothes. I was shocked. I was like, oh, that's no fun. It's supposed to be like a little peekaboo thing.
Well, in the rooms at Playa Blanca, they do have it where it closes off, I guess, in the rooms that have two beds, but there's not a lot of rooms that have two beds.
Yeah, I think I had a king, but I had that whole wall, like the whole door, the wooden door is closed, but not in the shower. Huh. Yeah, that would be fun. I feel like we should just do like a social experiment and book a bunch of people, screw up all their rooms, and then see what happens.
Ooh, let's make a website, and then we'll have people sign up.
I'll call it Roll the Dice.
Yeah.
Or what did they have that in like FunJet, or was it ALG where it was like the surprise, like you don't know what you're booking?
Yeah, but okay, so they totally did have that. But what you do is you look at the list and you say, okay, which is the crappiest hotel out of these?
That's where I'm going.
That's where I'm going. And it has to be one of the HIC hotels. And I was like, we've had some people book it, and that always is what happens.
You know, so we can add a layer to that. So like, we don't tell them, like you have to sign a waiver. You will not know who your roommate is. You won't know where you're going. We could totally get like one of these stations to like create.
This is the best planning podcast ever.
See, we're hey, and if anybody steals this, we've got this time and date stamp.
Hey,
August 21st, 11:35 a.m. It's ours.
And there's gonna be drama.
Yeah,
and we're gonna have to have like meetings where like people are like, I just need to switch rooms.
Yeah, they got to go to the front desk, but it's like a designated front desk with the worst front desk agent who's like, sorry, we're full. And then right next to them, someone's checking in and upgrading their room.
Oh, you have bed bugs? I put them there.
Oh, man. Looks like we'll have to put you in a triple. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
This is horrible. Okay, what else you got? I know you got another story. You told me you had a few.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we had somebody just a while back that was like, called and was like, okay, I finally put a ring on it. And we're all like, okay, congratulations. This is just like a random call. We're like, okay, congratulations. That's so great. And you know what he said? He said, as soon as our divorces are final, I'll be able to book the trip.
Well, we will put that in the calendar.
Put a ring on it. How is it a finally if you're both still married?
Girl, you know the story to that. That's the reason they're getting divorced. They were together for years. Why do people listen? Okay, I love to hear people's stories. I always ask, right? The first call, I'm like, how'd you meet? All of that. Some of them are wild. Like, and there's
I
no
love it
shame.
when they own it. Just own it. I don't care.
I love it. And so, but then the best part is knowing that story and then listening to people's tone of voice when they're booking into the group. They're like, yeah, I'm booking. I'm gonna be there. This is the fifth one. I'm like, fifth one. I didn't get that story. How come I didn't get that part of the story?
Yeah,
I had a
I call
bridesmaid.
those Groundhog's Day weddings.
Right. It's just every year, same thing. Just going through the motions. I had a bridesmaid, one of my first weddings, like 10 years ago. I met this couple. It was a Hard Rock wedding. And I met them in person, and it was all like, they were so excited. They were picking everything out in the beginning. And then as the group was starting to book, I like wasn't hearing from anybody. I'm like, can you tell me who your wedding party is so I can like reach out to them? Because I'm kind of confused. So the maid of honor calls me one day and she's like, look, I need insurance options because I don't even think this is going to happen. And I was like, you're a maid of honor? Like, you're her best friend. Like, okay,
like,
well,
I know all the inside information.
Yeah. Anything else you want to tell me? Now, this couple had 4 kids together. Like, they've been together since they were teenagers. They just hadn't married. I don't know the story of whether they broke up 8 or 9 times or any of that, but this girl was like, this is not going to happen. So they booked it a year out. She paid her deposit, and then the mom got involved because I had to chase all these people. Like, people really were not paying. And it was a pricey Hard Rock wedding, right? So I'm like, you guys should break up your payments. The mother called. She's like, they got in a big fight at the shower. She says she's not going to be in her wedding anymore. Like, she quits. And I'm like, are you sure? Like, people have very emotional showers, things happen. But then I remembered this is the same girl who was like, it's not going to happen. I'm not coming. I'm like, I wonder what kind of drama she caused. So all the way until final payment, she didn't come. So she canceled her reservation. So she lost her deposit. They left, let's say, 2.5 months later. And then there was all this other stuff going on. Like, the dress apparently was in Miami, but these people are leaving from Toronto. I was like, oh my God, she's getting her hair done in the States and nobody knows when her flight is back. It was just all chaotic. So then finally they all leave. And I look at the pictures and the girl went. So she booked last minute.
Hello.
She was supposed to be in the wedding, but because she didn't buy the dress, she was just there. So remember we were talking about those pictures that you should crop?
Yeah.
She was literally just like on the side wearing the worst thing you could probably wear, looking like poo-poo face because she's like, I can't believe they actually got married. I had a relation in it.
I love it.
It was so bad. I couldn't believe she still went. I was like, what? Why cause all of that and then still go?
Do you think she was sleeping with the groom?
No, I think it was jealousy. Period. I wish it was that simple. I was like, maybe she liked him. I keep trying to tell people, I don't know if you get this a lot, but I see a lot of drama in these groups because friends are happy for you, but they're really not happy. And that happens here too, like regardless of where you have your wedding. Sometimes your friends outwardly are happy and they don't even recognize that there's this drama bubbling up in the back.
It's changing their life now. So now you're going to be in the married club and they're not in the married club. It's like,
and
you're
some
a
of them
married
are in the married club, but they've been telling you not to join it.
Oh, they're like, no, I'm not going to live vicariously through your
I need you to be single. Yeah, it's like, I think every few groups we get one like that where people are mad. I had a client who sister blew up at the bridal shower. Like, you're so selfish picking a destination wedding. Like, did this in front of the whole family and all their friends. And I was like, wow. And then she didn't go. She really didn't.
Oh, well, I do think that some couples have really unrealistic expectations on everybody being excited to spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 to come to their destination wedding. And they think, of course they will. Like, you know, the ones that call and they request Bora Bora or whatever.
Maldives.
Yeah. They're like, of course everybody's going to do that. And of course everybody's going to stay a whole week.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm like, hey, I'm like, hey, listen, it would have to be like my sister before I'm going to spend that kind of money on, or like when they think they're going to bring all their kids. I'm like, hey, the tickets to Punta Cana, like from our area, are usually $800, $900 or $1,000 a person times all 3 of my kids. $3,000 plus the extra. I'm like, I'm not going to spend an extra $5,000 or $6,000 and then I have to watch my kids at your wedding. Like, I'm not interested.
But then some people plan that on purpose. I had a client years ago who picked Costa Rica because she knew half her family wouldn't want to go, and then picked like the most expensive date on purpose because she's like, we have like 500 people and I'm not doing it. I really want it to be 30. Her wedding ended up being like almost 70 people because she underestimated how much these people wanted to come. She was so mad. I was like, hey, what do you want me to do? So every time I got another room, I was like, do you want me to book this or tell them it's full? She's like, oh my God, another one. And I'm like, I've never heard somebody so angry.
I had somebody like that one time. She was in like Maryland area and she had this list, like she was doing Hyatt Ziva and you had to do the upgraded tower at Hyatt Ziva. Cancun.
Oh yeah, the Cancun one. Okay.
The, what's it called? Turquoise or something like that? You had to do turquoise. You had to do these dates. And you had to book like at least 6 months in advance or you weren't coming. And so like we'd call her and be like, hey, somebody called and they want to come, but it's, you know, it's the cutoff date was last month. She's like, no, tell them no.
I
I was
love
like,
it. You know what? I've had people like that. These are the dates. I had one a year ago. They went to Secrets Cap Cana. They're like, these are the dates, the 5th to the 9th. If anybody wants more days, no. If they want less days, no. And she didn't let anybody come as a single. I was like, you know what? I love these parameters. I will enforce
yeah,
them. It made
yeah,
everything so much easier. The
yeah,
minute though someone had a single, I was like, sorry, I can't confirm your booking it. I have to confer with the bride and the groom. They're like, what? Like, yeah,
yeah,
I don't care if you're willing to pay it. She has a reason for this. Like, she wants it controlled and she wants to know when they're coming. So she doesn't have to do all this extra planning about, oh,
yeah.
Bob gets here on Tuesday, so I can't have my cocktail party when everybody else is here. I was like, too bad. I love when people do that.
I do too.
I
To
think
me,
it's
I'm
great.
like, that is, and everybody knows that's the bride's personality, so they just fall in line.
Yeah, they either come or they don't. There's no argument. They're just like, oh man.
Yeah.
Or I have people who don't want to tell anyone that it's an adult only wedding, and I'm like, just pick an adult only resort. It's like implied. You don't
Yeah.
say anything. We're getting married at Sandals Royal Bahamian.
Yeah.
Find a babysitter.
Yeah.
It works. I mean,
Yeah.
I love when that happens. It makes my job easier. I don't have a problem telling people they can't come. Like, I'm really sorry. Here are some options.
Yeah.
This is the bride and groom's prerogative.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can't just book outside the group and think that you're going to weasel your way in.
Well,
Oh my gosh, we had this other wedding a few weeks ago, and they kept making changes. It was like this person, one of the guests, just couldn't decide who they were going to bring. And then we told them no more changes. Like, we had to send the final list in. She just showed up with somebody else to the hotel and didn't understand why the hotel was like, no.
ballsy.
Yeah, people just go rogue. I think
You know what? And they also think it's still like a wedding at home where you could pull that off, right? You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I have a +1, and then you just kind of change it to somebody else. We just had a poor guy who it was a wedding in May, and they went to couples. And we just talked about this in one of the episodes. So he had a girlfriend that apparently nobody in the friend group liked anyway.
Yeah.
She broke up with him, and they were all
Like on the trip?
no, before, but he'd already,
Okay.
it's couples, kind of like Sandals.
Yeah.
The full price of the room. The problem was he'd bought flights. That was the problem. And we didn't get the travel protection because he, declined it. So
Just they were going no matter what.
Sorry.
They
Yeah, they were
going
going no matter what. They were in love. Everybody else was like, no one was shocked. Everybody was like, great. Yep. I was like, okay, so since you all knew this, does anybody have an option for him? Do you have another extra friend who he has her chance to do that love connection at the resort?
Yeah.
You're sharing a king bed.
You're sharing a king bed. It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, it boggles my mind that people think that they can just pull all kinds of things. Like today I got a few requests so I didn't book the weddings next week. Can I get a day pass? And I'm like, no, or yes. I don't know. You won't know till you literally show up at the door. Like I've had a father of a bride years ago at Hard Rock Punta Cana, and he thought he was going to do that. He was staying at his timeshare, and he was going to do all this stuff, him and his new wife, and they showed up, and they told him no. And he did not get into the wedding. It was at capacity. Like, and they don't care if it's one or two people. That's the rule. And he lost it. They almost called the police. I'm like, I warned you. Like, I don't know why everybody thinks that their situation is the one that gets the exception, but
and booking in the group is so important. I had a Hard Rock Punta Cana that reminded me a long time ago. This was like 10 or 15 years ago. And it was this affluent group. And we had somebody that didn't want to book in the group. They were going to fly their private jet.
Yes,
of course. Their secretary is just going to book them however they're going to book them. They get there and they get walked.
Ooh.
And they're like, you need to help us. I'm like, actually, I don't.
Where did they get walked? Tell me.
They got walked to Paradisus. But they wanted to be with the group.
In November, that's going to happen with. And I'm hoping it does it. But, you find those people are like, I found it on Expedia. I'm like, okay, so your whole group is booked with Sunwing. I get it. It was a ridiculous rate. It had to have been $2,000 less. This is at Princess Grand.
Okay.
So I looked it up and I warned them 3 times. I'm like, if I book this, look at all the terms and conditions. If you get walked in the Negril area, you will not be near them. Like,
yeah,
there's no walking down the beach to get to the resort. And the people who did this are the groom's brother and parent.
Oh no.
I'm crossing my fingers and toes that it doesn't happen, but we know it happens. It's literally the week before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like, everybody tries to get their little travel in either there or after. And it's Expedia. I'm like, even though I booked it for you, we will be on the phone for God knows how long, and there'll be nothing I can do for you. Like, you will be paying a day pass to get to again, we just talked about day passes. If you can even get one. Because if they're full and you walk, the chances are you're not getting a day pass.
Right.
Scary. I don't know why people can't. Well, I do know why they can't. People don't like being told what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So the general just idea that you're telling me where you're getting married and where I have to go and where I have to stay and how much it costs just throws some people off and they just cause chaos. So just have to be prepared for them, every single group.
Absolutely.
Lia, thank you for being here. I know it took 4 days.
I know it took 4 days, but I'm so excited to hang out with you in Aruba. So
and it's my birthday.
Aruba. And it's your birthday.
Yep. Yay. That's going to be great. I haven't been there, and I'm hoping we get great weather. We should. September.
It's a desert.
Because, I want to see the beaches out there because I've heard they're magnificent.
I really have high hopes for flamingos.
Ooh. Like, where do you find flamingos, though, in Aruba?
There's a specific beach that's, I think, part of the Renaissance. So if we don't get to see them, maybe we're going to need to take a cab to go see the flamingos.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, flamingos. And I know you will have some great photo op ready.
Well, yeah, I was already thinking, like, maybe we need to plan, like, a flamingo pink swimsuits that we both wear.
And a pose. You got to do that whole flamingo thing. I'm still laughing at the photo or the video I took for you when we were in Curacao.
Yeah, it's done really well on TikTok. So, let me do a plug. Follow me on TikTok, Bets of Vacations.
Yes, and we will put all of that info in the blog that goes with this post. So that it's all there. So if you need to find this magnificent woman and her wonderful award-winning agency in Oklahoma, then you can reach out and do so. And if you're Canadian and you love Lia, then now you've seen me and know who she's sending you to.
Yeah.
When she says, I can't help you, you're Canadian.
Yeah. I don't have any Sunwing connections. Right?
I mean, guess what, Lia? Either do I.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good weekend, and I will see you in a month.
What's the other one you guys do?
Which one? Oh, you mean our tour operator? So Sunwing, Air Canada Vacations, and then WestJet's still kind of there, but really it's Sunwing, and then Transat. But, we're kind of cut at the ankles with Transat because they're no longer flying from the West, but that's been years now.
Oh, okay.
And then Air Canada flies from everywhere, but
Air Canada was on a strike this last week. I don't know if wrap it up, but I bet that's been fun.
Not for me. I was fine. I don't book a lot of Air
Canada. Okay. I'm going to Canada this weekend.
You mean Canada? Like what part?
I'm going to British Columbia.
Hey, which part?
Vancouver.
Oh, nice. What are you doing? You're going for a cruise, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going in a couple of days early with the Vancouver Tourism Board to check it all out.
If
it's actually probably the 5th time I've been there.
I've been looking for a cruise. This is the queen right here.
Look, I'm wearing my cruise outfit.
Oh, look at you, you sailor. Ahoy. What cruise? Okay, I know we're supposed to go, but what ship were you just on? You were just on one.
I was just on the Star of the Seas last week.
Mm-hmm.
And then next week, we're going to be on Grand Princess from Vancouver to LA. So
that's cool.
Repositioning.
Wow. Oh, you're so fancy.
Check this outfit again next week.
It'll be featured.
Yeah.
Lia, I love you. Thank you.
Love me too.
See you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye. Okay, we're done. Thanks for joining us today. Visit latitudeconciergetravels.com to start your own paradise celebration and catch more Latitude lessons in our next episode. This is Shalene signing off.